So for your speaking individual presentation, you have 2 minutes to prepare and 2 minutes to present. Okay, so before you actually have the 2 minutes time to prepare, you will be given the question. So each candidate, you will be getting 4 different points. Okay, and you will only know each other's points once everybody has spoken. Okay, so during the 2 minutes preparation time, if you have difficulty understanding your point, or if you have difficulty understanding the question, you can always ask the invigilators during the preparation time. Boleh. Okay, it is allowed. Like for example, there is this one word you do not understand, and you want to ask the examiners, the invigilators, or wait, technically your invigilators are your examiners for your speaking paper. You can do that. Okay, boleh tanya soalan. Okay, and then you are given 2 minutes to present your point. Okay, I always tell my students, you can prepare 1 point, and based on this point, you come up with an explanation and an example. But some students, they are able to speak more in just 2 minutes. So if you are that kind of person, you can always prepare more than 1 point and make sure there is an explanation and an example. Okay. However, if you find this structure to be a bit difficult because you just don't know where to start, you can always use the first structure, which is the 5W1H question. Okay, I'm going to show you an example as to how you can use this 5W1H question. Sekejap. Let's open this one. Okay, I'm going to open a Jamboard first. Okay, can you see the Jamboard? Nampak tak?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so basically, if you want to use the first structure, it is going to look something like this. Okay, let's say the point is one of the ways to help the people in need is by providing, contoh providing free tuition. Sorry my handwriting is horrible. Okay, so when you want to use the 5W1H question, what you can do is, number 1, you can talk about who should be providing who should be provided free tuition. Okay, so maybe you can say students who are in the B40 group. Okay, and then you can also talk about students who are in the middle income group and they have a lot of siblings. Okay, and then when you talk about providing free tuition, what kind of free tuition are we talking about? Okay, is it a fee? Is it classes? Is it whatever it is that you can think of lah. Okay, and maybe another question can be how can we provide free tuition? Maybe first you can say universities can excuse them from paying their fees, and then you can talk about providing them free tuition classes, stuff like that. Okay, so this is what it means by using the 5W1H questions as a way for you to structure your points. Kalau rasa macam it's a bit difficult for you to use the second structure, okay? Sekejap. Okay, let's go back to this one. Okay, so after you have prepared your point, after the 2 minutes is up, the next thing that you need to do is you need to do your presentation. Okay, So when you do your presentation, the first thing that you need to do is you need to greet everyone. You can either say good morning everyone, or you can say good morning to examiners and fellow candidates. It's up to you. Either one is fine. Okay? And then next one is you need to present the point that is assigned to you. Okay? Let's say that the question is one of the ways to help the poor is by providing free tuition. Contohlah, that is what we call presenting the point that is assigned to you. Okay? You can say hello and good morning everyone. Today I will be presenting one of the ways to help the poor, which is by providing free tuition. And then you proceed with your explanation. Okay? Let's say if you use the first structure, you will start by saying, first of all, okay, I believe that one of the ways we can help the poor is by providing free tuition. And the people who should be provided the free tuition are students in the B40 group. Students who are struggling to make ends meet. Alright? And then maybe you can say, in addition, I also believe that students who are in the middle income group and have a lot of siblings also deserve to be provided free tuition. This is because we want to make sure that apa-apa-apalah. Maybe you can add another question, which is why. Macam tu. And then you proceed lah with your next point. And then the next. Until your time is up. Maybe you can just focus on who and why, and that should be enough. Kalau rasa macam tak cukup, you can also talk about who, why and why. Boleh juga. It's up to you. Okay? For your individual presentation, conclusion is not given much weightage. Maksudnya, if you manage to conclude, that is good. If you did not manage to conclude, your marks will not be deducted. Okay, so don't worry too much about your conclusion. And when you explain your point, please remember to give examples for your explanation. Don't just simply explain, give points but no example. Example is important because you are using them to illustrate your point better. Kalau tak ada example, your points they do not sound justified. Okay, they might sound insignificant. People want to see how significant your point is, and you can do that by providing examples. Okay, last one, if you manage to conclude, you should recap the point that is given to you. So you can simply say, in conclusion, one of the best ways to help the poor is by providing free tuition. Okay? If you do not manage to conclude your individual presentation, don't be sad. Don't be disappointed. Don't feel like, oh, I'm a failure because I did not manage to conclude and everything. Don't feel like that. Because whether or not you manage to conclude, your marks will not be deducted. Okay? Yang paling penting in your speaking part, especially for your individual presentation, is number 1, you present your point. Number 2, you explain your point really, really well. Number 3, you provide example for your explanation.